Hello, and welcome to the High Altitude Investing live stream. Today is the 9th of August, and it's a Friday, and I'm super happy to be here with you guys today, talking about crypto, talking about life, and oops, don't hit the end stream button now. That's not the button I wanted to press. What's up, fun kids? J-Mac. Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Would love to see a chart on Shiba Inu, memecoin on ETH that's truly building decentralized DeFi. Has a loyal community of over 2 years. I'm sure they would also really love to see your analysis. So yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do some Shiba Inu analysis for you guys today. First and foremost, I'm going to repost in my community to make sure everybody knows the live stream is starting. Woo! Yay! And so yeah, it's going to be a good day, you guys. I'm excited about today's stream. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different coins, definitely running over Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, and what I've been doing personally to make money in this market. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, well, how do you make money during a correction? Well, there's always money to be made if you have your head on straight and you know what you're doing. There's always money to be made. The only problem is people don't believe that and they get too distracted with other things. They don't know what they're doing, so they have like one bad trade and they give up. But you guys can be printing money every single day in crypto if you know what you're doing. I woke up today with like $1,000 profit or 8 Solana profit, on my trade on Pitbull, right? Just because of an Elliott wave count. I posted a VIP signal saying we're going to have wave 3, and then I woke up and wave 3 happened. Right? You can print money every day in crypto if you know what you're doing. All right. Now, 8 Solana isn't like a huge win or anything, but it's a pretty good little trade, So yeah, don't give up, you guys. Keep learning and don't over risk. Like if you're learning leverage, trade with $200 at the start. Don't put like 30 grand in there. Okay. Start with small amounts until you get it down. And once you're confident in yourself, then yeah, just use the money you've got on the house. You don't need to be taking a whole bunch of money and dumping it into stuff. Of course you can if you're investing in the markets, go dump everything you can in. But yeah, trading is something anybody can do. Trading and investing. There's always money to be made. That's exactly right, Operation Shutdown. That's exactly right, man. There's always money to be made. So let's talk about Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is a really, really good looking setup. A lot of people ask me for TA on Shiba Inu. So we'll start off with some Shiba Inu TA today. We're going to go ahead and close out all of this stuff. By the way, you guys, I'm in on Wrapped Dog right now. I have a public portfolio. I'm turning 1 Solana into 100 Solana. And the first call that I made, so go follow my Twitter at HighAltitudeINV. Stands for High Altitude Investing. Go follow my Twitter at HighAltitudeINV. And I'm actually doing a challenge of turning 1 Solana into 100 Solana. And the first coin that I bought for that challenge is Wrapped Dog. And I bought it because of the same reason that I actually bought Pitbull yesterday. And that's because I'm expecting wave 3. So you can see Pitbull was in wave 1 and wave 2. We're watching for wave 3. Wave 3 happened perfectly, just exactly as planned. And now I bought Wrapped Dog because we also have a big picture wave 1 and a big picture wave 2. So that's kind of what I'm watching here. This one's on a little bit of a bigger time scale, so I don't think I'll wake up overnight, but over like the next couple weeks, I'll be watching for wave 3. So that's the cool thing about trading Solana meme coins, by the way. Some of these coins are on really fast cycles where you buy wave 1 and you buy wave 2, or you buy wave 2 because you see wave 1, I mean. And once you're in on wave 2, wave 3 happens like within a day, right? Or like within a very short period of time. Some of these Solana meme coins are on a bigger time frame where wave 3 might take a week or 2 weeks. But the cool part is there's so many different coins on here, so many different Solana meme coins, that you can find one that's cycling in fast cycles, or you can find one cycling in short or in slower cycles, and you can choose what one you want to trade. Whether you want to trade one that's going to pump over the next day or two, or whether you want to trade one that's a little bit of a longer setup, you can go look at the chart and say, oh, look, wave 1 and wave 2 took 3 days to form. That means wave 3 is probably going to take 3 or 4 more days or maybe a week before it happens. Or you can look and say, oh, look, wave 1 and wave 2 happened. That only took a day to happen. Wave 3 will probably happen in the next 6 hours, right? So that's what's so cool about trading these Solana meme coins. There's literally opportunity constantly. In bear market, bull market, literally doesn't even matter. There's opportunity constantly in these Solana meme coins if you know how to trade their cycles. So yeah, go follow my Twitter at highaltitudeinv. I'm doing a challenge of turning 1 Solana into 100 Solana. The very first coin that we bought for that challenge is Wrapped Dog. That's WDog. And yes, you guys need to make sure you have the right contract if you're buying these coins, because there's a lot of random ones out there. And if you don't get the right one, there could be one that looks like one that's just like another one you're trying to buy, and it's really not. All right? And also, you guys, a lot of people have been messaging me, well, what about Michi? Okay, not every single coin that you buy that you think is going to do wave 3 is going to do it. Sometimes you have a trade that fails. I didn't know that Miki, I had no idea that the developer had already rugged. Like, I literally just didn't know that. Now I'm working with the community to build a new website and get the Twitter up and going. And I've been messaging them and stuff so that we can actually still maybe potentially get Miki to do a run. But every once in a while, you're going to buy one and wave 3 won't happen. So that's all right. If you have one loss, who cares? Like, I made it all back on Pitbull overnight, right? On Bull. I made all of it back and more on Bull overnight. So don't get mad at yourself. This is what I was saying at the start of the stream. If you have a losing trade, you guys, don't give up, right? Don't give up. Keep your head on straight. Keep learning how. And you can make it all back. All you have to have is one good winner. You could have 3 or 5 really bad losses and then one good winner that you only put like $100 in or $200, and then it turns into 20,000, and all of your losses are made back and you have profit, right? So don't give up. Just use your risk management and be wise. Play the setups, play wave 1 and wave 2. But this coin right here, Wrapped Dog, is the coin that I put that 1 Solana into that we're going to turn into 100 Solana. Not on this single trade by any means, but that's the challenge. So go follow me on Twitter. We're turning 1 Solana into 100 Solana trading meme coins. So it's going to be super fun. I'm super, super hyped about it. And Wrapped Dog is our first purchase in that portfolio. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys. Let's talk about Shiba Inu, because I know a lot of people want to know. Dallin, that's your Bananoshi. That's a pretty cool username, first of all. But Bananoshi is not the only person that's asked me to do to do Shiba Inu analysis. I get asked that every single live stream. So let's talk about Shiba Inu. Apparently, you guys really, really like this coin, because a lot of people constantly ask me what I think it's going to do. And to be quite frankly honest with you, I think it's going to dump and go to 0. No, I'm just kidding. I just had to see if you were awake or not yet. We're in a big giant falling wedge here on Shiba Inu. That's a super, super bullish pattern, especially when you get a market cycle like this. You have a first sell-off right here. You get this big parabolic run up right here. So this is a classic market cycle, you guys. First sell-off, new paradigm, euphoria, right? Bull trap, and it goes all the way down to depression. And at the bottom of this wedge is very, very, very likely depression. So I'm watching for a big bullish breakout of Shiba Inu over the next few weeks or months. I think the end of the year for 2024 is going to be super bullish. We had a bearish summer. It happened exactly like what we talked about at the start of the summer. Even though I started buying a little bit early, it played out perfectly. And now I think we're going to have a bullish end of the year. And the end of the year is starting. We're already almost in September. Next month is September. And September and November, these are historically very, very bullish months for crypto towards the end of the year. So I expect a big breakout of this falling wedge pattern. Even on the smaller time frames, I'm bullish right now, you guys. A lot of people are trying to short right here. A lot of people are thinking, oh, we're going to go for another low. No, do you realize how bullish engulfing this was? That's a bullish engulfing candlestick. The bulls took over, you guys. I'm not bearish. I think in the short term and in the bigger time frame, we're going to see a bullish reversal on Shiba, on Bitcoin, on Dogecoin, on XRP. And I know a lot of people are like really into fundamentals, so I probably made everybody in one community mad and everybody in another community mad. I don't care. I look at charts. That's why I talk about Shiba. That's why I talk about XRP. That's why I talk about Solana meme coins. Okay? Because I look at charts. I don't care what the project does. Okay, I do a little bit. I know I make it sound like I have zero concern for it at all. I do care a little bit, but my primary focus is the chart pattern. My primary focus is, are we in wave 1? Are we in wave 2? Are we getting ready for a big picture wave 3? That's what I'm focused on, right? That's what I care about. And so that's why I'll talk about like XRP and Shiba, even though a lot of people try to pin those two coins against each other. Or they'll try to pin Bitcoin against Ethereum. And I tell you guys, shut up, all right? Stop being dumb, please. Okay? It's not about pitting one community or one coin against another community or another coin. That's not what this is about, you guys. That's never what this was about. This is about making money. And wherever you find a good chart pattern, wherever you find a good setup, buy it. If your technical analysis is telling you to buy, right? Has nothing to do with whether XRP is better than Ethereum or Ethereum is better than Dogecoin. Only to the extent in what chart is going to give you better gains, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but I invest in crypto to make money. Not because I'm trying to be some moral high horse. I'm not here to have some moral high horse and only buy coins that are like, oh, this one is going to change the world, No, I'll buy anything that goes up in value if the chart tells me it's going to. All right? That's what pros do. That's why people can make millions on penny stocks that die and are never seen again, and they're shorting the tops of these penny stocks, or they're buying wave 2 before wave 3 happens. They don't care what that thing does. They don't care what the penny stock does. They just care that pure human emotion is painting on those charts, and that pure human emotion makes perfect Elliott waves. That's why Solana meme coins are so profitable, because it's pure human emotion. And wherever you find pure human emotion, you're going to get perfect technical setups. perfect Elliott waves, perfect falling wedges, perfect market cycles. You're going to find all of that wherever you find pure human emotion. And that's where you're going to find it, is Solana meme coins or crypto in general, because crypto is way more emotionally driven than the stock market, than anything. All markets are emotionally driven, okay? But crypto is like emotionally driven on crack, all right? It's like a whole new level of emotionally driven. So that's why you trade crypto, because the chart patterns are perfect. Because human emotion makes chart patterns. That's why they appear in the charts. So yeah, am I bullish on Shiba? Absolutely. In the bigger time frame, we have a complete cycle. So we had all the way down. Here was our previous euphoria. Here's our previous depression right here. So here's euphoria, here's depression, and here's euphoria again, and here's depression again. All right. So we have a mini cycle right here, and we have a macro cycle right here on Shiba. So here's cycle 1, and here's cycle 2. And once you learn how to identify that, because most of the time after you get a macro cycle, you get what's called an echo cycle. Okay? So you have our macro cycle right here, and this isn't, there's other charts where it has more historical data going back that shows even before this pump right here, but we're on Coinbase, so you can't see it, but you get the point. All right, there was a macro cycle and an echo cycle that happened afterwards. What do you think happened to XRP? All right, again, this is to bring home that point of, I know I make a bunch of communities mad at each other because I'm always like bullish on Ethereum and on Bitcoin, and they're like, what? How can you be bullish on both Ethereum and Bitcoin? You know, like, what? How would you ever do that? Well, I look at the charts, you guys. I don't care. Look what XRP did. This is a very common thing. So we have cycle 1, cycle 2. So this right here is your major cycle, and here's your echo cycle. This is what happens. Not every time. They don't have to have an echo cycle, but for the most part they do. All right? Now look at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin back in 2015, or 2018 and 2019. Look what happened to Bitcoin. All right? We had a major cycle and we had an echo cycle. What's an echo cycle? Well, what do you think an echo cycle is? All those people that were trading this cycle traded this one. There just wasn't as many people because the hype isn't as big, so it's a smaller version of the same thing. But you almost always get a major cycle and then an echo cycle, and then it leads to a breakout. You want to see more evidence of this? I could show you evidence all day if we want evidence, all right? But we don't have time for that, but I'll show you a little bit more here just to drill this point in for you guys. Here is the internet bubble, or the NASDAQ, the IXIC, and look what happened to the internet. Okay, cycle 1, echo cycle, breakout. All right, so we had our major cycle and our echo cycle right here. It did the same thing. It's a mini version of the bigger cycle. This happens all the time in crypto and in stocks and in everything that you could pretty much ever trade. And we'll go back over to Shiba and I'll show you what I mean one final time here, and then we'll talk about other coins because we've got other people that also want analysis on their coins, right? So we're not going to spend all our time on Shiba. Let's actually go over here. Watch, this will be a better place to do it. Charts.cointrader.pro is basically a free version of TradingView. Sometimes I use it, other than TradingView, even though I have TradingView Pro and everything, or TradingView Paid. I don't remember what version I have, but yeah, even though I have the paid version of TradingView, sometimes I still go use this website because it pulls the data from CoinMarketCap, and so it makes the chart, it shows more historical data on the chart. It shows way back more historical data than if you're using TradingView, where it's just pulling from some exchange, because not all exchanges have all the data, right? Some exchanges add coins at different times than others. So because of that, you get more data on one and less data on another one, because one of them was trading it earlier on than the other one. They didn't add the coin in until later. So that's why I use charts.cointrader.pro sometimes. It's a free platform because it's like TradingView, but you can look at these coins and you can go way back in historical data and get from their point of inception and see what the chart looks like from day one out, which is super helpful. So, but Shiba Inu, to drill home this point of echo cycles, you can see we had our cycle here, right? First sell-off, new paradigm, euphoria. Let's open up the market cycle chart so we can kind of map this out as we go here a little bit. By the way, happy Friday, everybody. I know a lot of you guys will probably watch this on Saturday, and let me know in the comments below if it's better if I do these streams on Friday at 10 a.m. or Saturday at 10 a.m. And I'll kind of adjust based on what the most people have access to, so that when I do these streams, you guys can have consistent access to these streams live and not have to watch them later. So let me know if it's better for Saturday or for Friday, and I'll adjust my schedule accordingly to do these live streams. But over here on the right, we have the market cycle chart. There's always our first sell-off, always media attention, enthusiasm, greed, delusion, new paradigm, and then you have a big crash, right? That's what a market cycle is. And then it repeats and repeats. As long as there's demand, it just happens over and over and over again, right? It just expands, crashes, expands, crashes, and keeps increasing in value over time, so long as there's demand. But those market cycles keep happening. Now, if we go over to Shiba Inu, here's our first sell-off, right? First sell-off, bear trap. Here is media attention, enthusiasm, new paradigm, right? Fear, anxiety, despair, right? Here's despair. In July of 2023 was despair. And boom, we start a new cycle, right? So here's a full, complete market cycle on Shiba Inu. And when we start a new cycle, that's when the echo cycle starts. So we have our primary cycle, and we were just talking about echo cycles, how there's almost always an echo cycle, and we have our echo cycle Shiba Inu. So here's our primary cycle, and here's our echo. So primary and echo. This is what happens to charts. This is what happens to cycles. They have a primary cycle, and most of the time, they don't have to, sometimes they just break out in moon, but most of the time they have an echo cycle afterwards. And if you buy the bottom of that echo cycle, that's the disbelief phase of the next cycle. So it's literally the best place to buy that you could possibly buy, except for maybe depression right here at the absolute bottom. But buying right here is the second best place to buy ever out of the whole cycle. So it's a really good time to buy crypto right now. A lot of coins are in disbelief. So I love this echo cycle concept because it's repeatable. It happens over and over on every chart and coin, almost every single one. And it helps you understand what's happening, right? Why did it look like it was going to break out into another bull market, right? And then just pulled back, right? Why were people thinking that? Well, they were thinking that because they didn't understand echo cycles. Now, for me personally, at the beginning of the summer, I was bearish. Like I said, I did start buying early, so I'm not going to try to sit here and pretend that I played the whole correction perfectly, right? But I knew that we had to have some type of an echo cycle, some type of a pullback before we went back into the bull market. I've seen these cycles a long time. I've been trading crypto for a really long time. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that right here is a great time to buy, because one of the things that I mentioned at the beginning of the year, or at the beginning of the summer, was that everybody's going to think that it's bullish, and then it's going to pull back, and when it pulls back, everybody's going to sell. Everybody's going to sell. And let me tell you, a lot of noobs are selling. A lot of people that don't know what they're doing are selling. And I think they should be buying right now. The setup is perfect for it. So that's enough about Shiba Inu. All right, you got your analysis. I'm bullish. Cool. You learned something, hopefully. Thoughts on Mickey. So we actually talked about that at the start of the stream, man. So I'm doing a portfolio where I'm turning 1 Solana into 100 Solana. So go follow my Twitter if you don't follow me, at HighAltitudeINV. The first coin that we bought is Wrapped Dog. We bought it for the same reason that I bought Pitbull yesterday, which I made a nice little Solana profit on Pitbull overnight, and basically bought wave 1 or bought wave 2 in preparation for wave 3. Here's what it looked like. We bought right here on Pitbull in wave 2. Yesterday in the VIP we bought Pitbull, and then today we woke up and wave 3 had happened just exactly as planned, in significant profit. So as far as Mickey goes, I had no idea. Full disclosure, apparently I had no idea about this, all right? Full disclosure, the developer rug pulled like early on, and I had no idea. All right, I didn't even know about that. I saw the chart pattern, I aped in, got a little excited. The developer had rug pulled. All right, I messaged the community owner, the owner of the Twitter account, and talked with him about getting a new website and getting the Twitter account verified and actually reviving the project. But just full disclosure, I did not know that the developer had rug pulled on Mickey. All right, I'm still holding because I'm trying to work with the community to revive the project. But yeah, that's basically what happened. But if you want to follow along, we're turning 1 Solana into 100 Solana on my Twitter. And the first coin that we're doing that with is Wrapped Dog. That's the first one that I bought for that project. So that's the update on Mickey, you guys. So yeah, sorry about that. I literally had no idea that the developer had already rug pulled. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought. Okay. It looked like a perfect wave 1 and wave 2. Sometimes wave 2 fails, right? Sometimes it doesn't do the structure. But if you have one losing trade, all it takes, or even 3 losing trades, all it takes is one good winner and you make it all back. And that's exactly what I did with Pitbull overnight. I bought Bull yesterday in the VIP, made fat profit overnight, and made back everything that I had lost and more on Mickey. Right? So don't give up if you have a losing trade, because you can make it all back easy if you know what you're doing. But yeah, that's the update on Mickey, my friend. Hi, Elon Musk. Okay. Apparently Elon Musk is here and we just don't know, you guys, because he said hi to him. Where are we at on CatDog? You know, I have not done a lot of analysis on this coin. So let's check out CatDog. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wanting me to talk about other coins than Solana meme coins. So we'll get into that in a little bit, but yeah. So CatDog, this one is pretty early on its trend. This one, let's see here. Yeah, so this one could definitely go a lot higher. This one looks like, I mean, it could pull back a little bit in the short term. Don't be afraid. I mean, it could have some pretty gnarly volatility, you guys. That's the thing about these Solana meme coins. They can have volatility, so you better know what you're doing, or at least, have some idea of trading strategies. Or at least, follow the ones of the people that you know that they know what they're doing, right? Because you don't want to just shoot in the dark with these things. You want to have a pretty good idea of what's happening. So basically, this is an uptrend. You have higher highs and higher lows. You can see, but this uptrend could have some pretty big shakeouts along the way up. Could have some pretty big ones. Would I buy it right here? Probably not, no. I mean, unless I was trying to buy and hold for a longer period, then I might, but there's other setups that I think are a lot better to buy right here, right now. So, do I think it'll go up in the longer term? Yeah, I do. Am I going to buy it right now? No. I just have other ones that I'm bullish on right now. So that's my view on CatDog. Okay, it doesn't look bad. It's in an uptrend. It's pretty, if you bought early on, you're probably in a lot of profit right now. If you bought late, you're kind of dumb, right? Try not to buy tops, you guys. See if you can buy red candles. See, that's why I'd like to buy wave 2, right? That's why we bought Pitbull yesterday. In the VIP, we bought Pitbull because it was in wave 2, right? You want to buy after corrections. Don't buy when stuff is up like this. Sometimes you'll buy when something's up and it'll go even higher, but you're really just training yourself bad trading practices. You're training yourself to FOMO. So if you have a winning trade and you trained yourself to FOMO, you're teaching yourself bad form and getting good results. That's terrible. That's the worst thing you could do, right? Don't, it's like basketball. It doesn't matter if you make the first 30 shots, practice your form, right? Practice having the right form so that when you shoot those hoops, it's really just as the same with trading, okay? Practice good form. Buy in the dips. And even if you're wrong, it's better to buy in the dip with good form than to FOMO buy with bad form and teach yourself terrible habits. Okay? So that's what I have to say about buying these Solana meme coins. Buy wave 2. See if you can buy the dip. Look how perfect of a dip that was right here. Right? Buy those. Or even this right here. This is a really good little dip here. Wave 1, wave 2, broke out, big breakout, right? So, yeah, I definitely think that this thing could go higher. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see a shakeout in the short term. But I definitely think it will go higher. So that's my view on CatDog. XRP, yeah, let's talk about XRP. So we're going to stop talking about Solana meme coins. Okay, you guys go follow my Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm turning 1 Solana into 100 Solana. All right? That's what I'm doing. Oh, by the way, the Mickey account just reached out to me. Here's that Mickey account. This is the account that recreated their Solana meme coin. But yeah, we're done talking about Solana meme coins. If you want to follow me, I'm making a lot of money on there, but I'm doing it publicly. So I'm sharing it completely transparently on my Twitter. So if you want to see me turn 1 Solana into over 100 Solana, go follow me there. Okay, we're done talking Solana meme coins. Now let's talk about the other coins, because apparently the people on the stream don't want to watch it because everybody's dropping off and leaving. So let's talk about the other coins. Let's talk about the ones you guys actually apparently want to talk about. Also, you guys, is this stream quality good? Can you hear me good? Everything working good? I want to make sure that we've got good. Give me a thumbs up if everything's working good, you guys. In the chat. Let me know. It looks like my stream health is good, but it was kind of slow at the start, so. Okay, let's talk about XRP. So at the beginning of today's stream, we were talking about echo cycles. And basically, that's what XRP did. People, if you don't know, XRP is not only a spitting image of itself, but it's also a spitting image of Bitcoin. So let's put XRP and we'll compare it to itself first. So here's XRP on the left. All right. And this is on the big time frame because I don't care about anything else. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Right? So let's see here. So a lot of people are thinking, you know, oh, what's going to happen on XRP? Well, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen and what I really believe is coming. I think we're getting ready for a big breakout, right? Bitcoin just started a bull market. Bitcoin is getting ready for 100,000 plus per coin. Yeah, there was a short-term correction. We'll talk about Bitcoin in a minute and where I think it's going to go. But XRP is the same thing as Bitcoin back in 2020, right here. Everybody panic sold their Bitcoin in 2020 because of a black swan event known as COVID. That was a coronavirus crash right here. And guess what? Everybody sold their XRP because they were scared that they're going to lose the case. There's always some type of almost always some type of black swan or some reason to try to convince all the investors to sell right before a big moon comes. Happens every single cycle. I have not seen a single crypto cycle in my entire life where there wasn't some crazy black swan event right before everything mooned to shake everybody out. And that's exactly what this was on XRP. People got scared that the court case, they didn't know what was going to happen. They panic sold. Then they were impatient. Then we got a time shakeout because it was low volatility. Bitcoin was really low volatility right here for quite some time before it really started to break out and increase in volatility. It was low volatility all through this range right here. XRP had a low volatility squeeze also. And even more so than Bitcoin. So it squeezed people out because of Black Swan. Oh no, they're going to get sued. Let's get out. But it also squeezed people out because of time, because of low volatility. And I'm here to tell you that this thing has been building up momentum. It's been building up big whales, big players. They've been accumulating XRP. XRP is one of my biggest positions. Right? I have a bunch in XRP. I have a lot in Dogecoin. Because I trade cycles. And I know the XRP is going to do a big moon this cycle. It's going to go crazy. All right? And don't read the news. If you would have been reading the news, you probably would have sold right here. Okay? And then FOMO bought right here. Don't read the news. Just play the chart. The chart tells you everything you need to know. But yeah, I do think XRP is going to see a huge, huge moon. Just a big, big breakout. Very, very similar to what happened to Bitcoin in 2021 when it broke out to a new all-time high. You don't have to agree with me. I don't care if you agree. I'm just telling you what I honestly believe is going to happen. All right? Look at those triangles. Look how perfect that is, you guys. That is so perfect. That's so perfect. It's looking so good. So yeah, I really like this setup on XRP. We're at the apex of this triangle. It's going to do something soon. And I think it's going to be a big, big bullish breakout. Just exactly like what happened to Bitcoin in 2021. It's the same thing. You have a major cycle, then you get an echo cycle, and it makes a big triangle. That's what happened on XRP, a major cycle, an echo cycle, and it makes a big triangle. Okay, it's the same human psychology, the same thing playing out on both of these charts. So that's my view on XRP. All right. That beard looks very good on you. Thank you. I actually shaved. That's an older picture, and AI kind of blew it up. The guy that made my thumbnail used AI to blow it up and make it like a bigger picture. So like added more AI beard. So it's kind of an AI beard, man. But thank you. I appreciate it. Braden, what's up, my brother? Braden Oaks. It's good to see you, man. I really appreciate you tuning into my stream. Gary Network. Yeah, let's talk about Gary Network. I'd love to talk about Gary. Gary token. Woo! Is this what you're talking about when you say Gary Network? I think we talked about this last time, isn't it? Is Gary token the same as Gary Network? I don't remember what we were talking. I think it is. It looks like a very similar chart. Let me know in the stream, but I'll start doing analysis on this. So again, we talked about this a little bit last time. That's a pretty brutal sell-off. I don't know what happened here, if there's a black swan event, or if the developers dumped, or if there's some error in the code, but something bad happened right here in 2022. Something really bad. You can see it in the chart. Volume has dropped off significantly since then. We're in a downtrend. It could definitely reverse if there's some type of like increase in demand. Like, what does this, is there any real demand for this project? Is there anybody that's actually interested in it? Or is it just kind of like nobody knows and nobody cares? Because if there isn't any real demand for this, it's the probability of it recovering is fairly low. I mean, it is on KuCoin, which will probably mean it probably will pump. All right, it'll probably pump because it's on KuCoin. And when money starts going into the whole market, you could almost throw a dart at you could almost have a blindfold on and just put a whole bunch of random coins on a dartboard and just throw at that dartboard, and then you're going to make money in the midst of a full-blown bull market. So when Bitcoin starts to go up to like 100K plus, and to our official public target, which is 250,000 per Bitcoin, that's my public target. When Bitcoin's up to that level, then yeah, this thing could be pumping really hard. So I definitely wouldn't panic sell, but it's not like I'm seeing like, it's not a leader. It's not showing like any significantly like uber bullish patterns. It will probably just do good when the rest of the market does because everybody's excited about everything. Like I said, you could have a blindfold on and throw darts at a dartboard and have a bunch of random coins on that dartboard and just buy the ones where the darts hit, and you're going to make money when this bull market's in full force, right? When it's 100K per Bitcoin, 250 per Bitcoin. 250,000 per Bitcoin. But in the meantime, like I do think it could recover. It's probably in depression phase, but it's not like abundantly bullish in any way. And I could be wrong. Maybe we wake up tomorrow and this thing's up 30x, but I just have to be honest and real with you. That's my view. So, Dallin, please, we need a guitar show. All right, do you guys want guitar now or later? Before or after, let me know. I'll do it. How high do you think XRP can go? $10 possible? Yes. Is $10 possible? Absolutely. I'd be watching like 7 or 8 first, right? The old all-time high is the first thing we need to break above. Once we get above that, the sky is the limit, right? XRP could go to $8, $10, $20 if it breaks its old all-time high. In the meantime, we have $2 resistance. There's resistance at $2, and there's resistance at the old all-time high. So we got to get above those levels. I think we will. I'm bullish on it. We're in a huge triangle, but we got to get above those levels. If we get above, the first level is actually 92 cents. We'll delete these lines here. If we get above 92 cents, then yeah, I think we're really pretty guaranteed to get over $2. And if we get over $2, we're pretty guaranteed to get over the old all-time high. So just really watch that 92 cent level. That's kind of the key level. If we break above that, we're going to have a huge impulse wave up to the old resistance of $2. And if we can get above $2, we're definitely going to break the old all-time high, right? If the market breaks out of this triangle like this, it's going to have plenty of momentum to get above the old all-time high. And if we can get above the old all-time high, then yeah, $10 per XRP is not out of the question. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see here. I join in and he's saying my name, lol. Oh. Hey, Gary. Good to see you, man. Thoughts on Link? Yeah, let's do Link. And we will play guitar. If you guys want me to play guitar, we will play guitar. I'm more than happy to do that. I know you guys love to request that almost every single stream. So, all right, so we have cycle 1. We were talking about this at the beginning of the stream. This is super cool, but first let's do our Elliott wave count. So we have Elliott wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Then we have A, B, C down, A, B, and C. Then you can see we start a new cycle. So we break out, and now we have an echo cycle. So we have our primary cycle here. And then we have a little echo cycle. This is, and if you've been watching the whole stream, and if you didn't, then come back and watch it later so you can get the whole thing. But this is exactly what also happened with Bitcoin back in 2018, 2019, and 2020, and what happened to the NASDAQ after the internet bubble, and what happened to Chainlink, and what happened to XRP. All right? They have a primary cycle where they go really, really high in value, then they pull back really, really hard, and they have an echo cycle. It's a mini version of the bigger one. So that's the big one, and this is the little one. It's the same thing. It's just a mini version of the bigger cycle. That's all it is. So with Chainlink, that echo cycle also has, let's see, there we go. This echo cycle right here also has subwaves, or also has Elliott waves, I mean. So here's our primary cycle, here's our echo cycle, and you can see on the echo cycle we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and then we have A, B, C down, A, B, and C. It's a mini version of the bigger cycle. It's an echo of the same thing, of the same human psychology. It's just a smaller version of what happened over here. That's all Chainlink is doing, is it's repeating itself. And what's really cool is after you get a primary cycle, and then after you get an echo cycle, then you get a new full cycle. That's what Chainlink is getting ready to do, is a new full cycle. That's what I'm talking about with XRP breaking above $2, then eventually its old all-time high. That's kind of the same thing we're watching for Chainlink. If we get above this $22 level, we've fully confirmed that there's a new full-blown cycle coming in Chainlink that could take us to new all-time highs. But we have to get above that $22 level to fully confirm it. But I don't wait for confirmation because confirmation traders are noobs, right? I buy the dip because that's what pros do. So I buy right now because I'm already planning for another cycle, because Bitcoin is leading the whole market and showing what everything's going to do. And Bitcoin already broke its old all-time high and pulled back a little bit, just like every market does ever when they break their old all-time highs. And I think Bitcoin's going to go up a lot higher, and it's leading the market. It's showing what's coming for the rest of the coins. So yeah, I'm not afraid to buy the dip right here, even before breaking above $22 with Chainlink, because Bitcoin is showing what's coming for Chainlink, right? But this is how these cycles work. There's a primary cycle and an echo cycle. We'll go back over to XRP to show one more time what I mean here. Same thing, right? Cycle, and echo cycle. It's the same thing. So again, if we break above $2, that's the level we need to break above for XRP to confirm that the new cycle, the new big picture cycle is coming in the bigger time frame, and that we're going to go to new all-time highs. Same thing is true for Chainlink. Do I wait for confirmation? No. I just told you in this live stream that XRP is one of my biggest positions, along with Dogecoin, right? So I don't wait for wave 3. I buy wave 2. That's my trading plan. But yeah, I do think XRP will break out, and I do think Chainlink will too. And the reason I'm showing you both of them is to show you that the same thing is happening, right? One final time, we'll go look at the NASDAQ. I know I showed the people at the beginning of the stream what I'm talking about, but I really want to teach you this because this is a great time to teach you a little bit about cycles. Same thing happened with the NASDAQ. Here's our cycle, and here's our echo cycle. And you can see once we broke above, we had a big V-shaped recovery. See inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Made a big V-shaped recovery, right? Once we broke above that top of that resistance level, that new cycle came. That's what I'm talking about here with the rest of the market getting ready for a new cycle like XRP, like Chainlink, like even Ethereum is leading a little bit, but that echo cycle, we're breaking out above that echo cycle. Next, that's what I expect to have happen next, is a break above that echo cycle. So I hope that makes sense to you guys and you're learning a little something there. Yeah, let's check out HNT. HNT. Excuse me. Man. Okay, there we go. All right. That looks really good, you guys. Wow, that looks good. I like this setup a lot. So here's something cool to learn for you. So first of all, market cycles repeat, right? So it doesn't matter if you're trading helium, HNT, and it doesn't matter if you're trading Bitcoin or gold or silver or whatever. Market cycles repeat. And over here on the right, we have Bitcoin, and over here on the left, we have helium. All right? And echo cycles don't have to be big. Do you see this is an echo cycle? Just like what happened right here on Bitcoin. That's an echo cycle. So you get primary cycle, echo cycle, new cycle, right? Primary cycle, echo cycle, new cycle. So HNT looks phenomenally good down here. It did an echo cycle as well. They don't have to be really big. They don't have to go all the way up. They can just be a little one like this. That double bottom is what you're looking for. That's what this is. This is a big double bottom, right? It goes up, it comes back down. It can't break below that low. There's too much support, and it double bottoms. It breaks out, right? That's what that is. Bottom one, bottom two. That's a double bottom pattern. And that's exactly what's potentially forming here on HNT. And I really, really, really like this setup. That looks phenomenally good. So I like that a lot. Can you check waves on XRP or what? What are you asking? What coin? On HNT here, we do have wave 1, wave 2. I think we're getting ready for wave 3. Okay? In the smaller time frame here. And by smaller time frame, I mean, I'm not talking about wave 3 as a result of this, but wave 3 is a result of this littler echo cycle, right? So what was that other coin? On KuCoin. Oh, you want KuCoin. All right, yeah, I can do that. Just a second, though, because I'm not quite done doing TA on this other guy's requests. On Thomas, by the way. Thank you for your requests, Thomas. Okay, let's do Harmony One. Harmony One. I do have some of this coin, by the way, some Harmony. So this one hasn't had its echo cycle yet. This one is still like in depression or really close to it. I have this coin, I'm holding it, by the way. Why? Because I like to buy stuff that's really, really undervalued. I especially like to buy after a big correction because that's where you make the most money, is when you buy other people's fear. So that I do have some of this coin. You can see 5 waves up here, very, very parabolic, pretty gnarly run up here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. Then you have a big correction that came afterwards. And now what I'm watching for here is either a double bottom right here or one more slightly lower low. By the way, the rest of the market can start going up, and some of these other coins can lag behind slightly and then start following them. So don't be afraid if like, why is this coin still going down and everything else is going up? Well, you know, it could just be kind of building up momentum and getting its momentum in its community and everything ready for the pump. So don't be afraid if some of them are lagging behind a little bit as opposed to your other setups that are just breaking out. But there is something to be said. You want to buy leaders. This is one of the reasons why I'm trading Solana meme coins and printing money on there every day. Why? Because there's so many leaders on there. There's coins that are going up 3,000% even when stuff is going down, right? So that's why I like to do that. And I like to buy leaders because they're going to keep leading. But with that being said, sometimes your laggers, sometimes those coins that lag behind come out and have this crazy bull market. Like XRP would be considered one that's lagging behind a little bit, right? But I think it's going to have a crazy bull market. So not all the time, if it's lagging behind, it doesn't automatically equal that it won't be a good player that cycle. It's just you should mainly be focusing on the leaders, right? And also let your winners ride. If you have a coin that you're way up in profit, let it ride, you know? Letting your winners ride is what pros do. Now, you don't let 100% of it ride. If you're in a bunch of profit, take 50% off or 75% off, right? But keep 25% in as a moon bag and let it ride. Because those leaders, they're going to keep going way higher than you expect them to. And when you let it ride and you lock in a bunch of profits, you're just printing money on the house, right? So that's what you want to do. But yeah, this coin's lagging a little bit behind. I do own some. I think it will reverse. It might do something like XRP where it's a big player, even though it's lagging behind a little bit at the start, but then ends up being a huge player later on in the cycle. We'll just have to see. But yeah, focus on those leaders, all right? So that's my view on Harmony One. So let's talk about KuCoin. Papa Panda, good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in to today's stream. Thank you for taking the time to do that, by the way. Whoa, is it already 11 o'clock? That almost doesn't even make sense. Holy cow, an hour is already gone? That doesn't even make sense. Wow. That's crazy. That hour felt like 5 minutes. That is crazy. So yeah, let's talk about KuCoin. KuCoin is a great hold, by the way. I love KuCoin. The issue with KuCoin recently is that they don't allow for US customers. But that's the issue with a bunch of exchanges. Man, you know, there's always a lot of people that are fearful of what's coming because of regulation and stuff. They're always scared of regulation. But I'm here to tell you that regulation is usually very short-lived. A lot of times, excuse me, it's very short-lived. A lot of times you'll get like a lot of fear of regulation, a lot of fear of like KYC or whatever, and people will be scared to invest. But really, like, usually as time goes on, like that just kind of goes away. And it was just people were just scared in that moment, and everything goes up and keeps going up. When it comes to exchange tokens, the fact that a lot of them had to stop providing customers to the US did definitely affect all of these exchange tokens, but ultimately, these coins have a lot of users in all around the world, and they're still going to increase in value. They're still going to do cycles, but it is something where, we want there to be less regulation, right? I want less regulation. I know you guys want less regulation. So go vote, all right, people? Go vote wherever you live in your country. Go vote. Okay? See if we can't get better crypto laws. This is 2024. This is election year. And I'm going to vote for people. I'm going to vote for the person that's going to give me the best crypto laws. That's not the only thing I'm looking for, right? I want a good person too. But let's try to get some good votes in there, people. Don't sit around and sit on your butt. See if you can actually help the world. You matter as a person, all right? But yeah, when it comes to KuCoin, I think we will get a big picture wave 3. It'll be a very, very profitable wave 3. I have it drawn like this. It's kind of smaller, right? And KuCoin is also traded on other places, I'm pretty sure, too, isn't it? Where else is it traded? Crypto. It's also on Poloniex, apparently. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. KuCoin shares. It's mainly traded on KuCoin. I do think it will have a cycle. I wish that they still allowed for US customers. It was one of my favorite places to trade, but I do think it will have wave 3. So hopefully that helps you out there. Velo. Yeah, let's talk about Velo, because I did buy Velo a little bit early too. Like I said, you guys, these coins, you have to give them a little bit of room. Don't panic sell. Don't just say, oh, look, it pulled back, now it's time to sell. No, don't do that. All right, give these coins a little bit of room to move around, to do their thing. So when it comes to Velo, we're on major support right now. We just pulled back to major support. So we broke out of our double bottom here. Okay, so we had a double bottom pattern. You can see we have our bottom pattern here. And we have our secondary bottom. We break bullish out of that bottom, and we came back and retested it as support. It's very common for you to retest this neckline before you go back up higher. That is a double bottom pattern. It's called an Adam and Eve double bottom. That is what Velo is an Adam and Eve double bottom pattern. And let's see here. There we go. We'll drop this on so you can see there we go. That's what this is. This is an Adam and Eve double bottom pattern, right? You have your Adam right here and your Eve over here. Why? Well, Adam is more, Adam is more masculine, right? Masculinity is generally viewed as like hard edges, like sharp like squares and boxes, more of a boxy kind of shape. And femininity is more viewed as like rounded, right? More circular, more rounded. And so over here we have Adam, which is a triangle, and we have Eve, which is a circle, more of a circle shape. But that's an Adam and Eve bottom pattern on Velo. And you can see that we broke bullish out of that Adam and Eve double bottom. And by the way, when you break above that neckline, it's very, very, very common to retest that neckline before pushing out higher. So that is what Velo is doing. And there's a lot of volume down here. So that's good because you want to see a lot of volume in association with your Adam and Eve double bottom, especially as you're breaking out, which we did get. We got a lot of volume as we broke out. So I think Velo looks incredible down here. It's a great buy right here, right now, at current price in preparation for the target of this double bottom pattern, which could take us to 10 cents, by the way. That double bottom target is massive. It's a logarithmic double bottom. This double bottom target's like, yeah, it's 8 cents actually, not 10, it's 8. 8 cents. That's like 10 times in value from current price, the double bottom target. So Velo's a great entry right now. Siacoin. Yeah, let's do Siacoin. I haven't talked about Siacoin in a long time. I'd be more than happy. This one's on a lot of different places. It's on, oh, whoops, let's keep that on there. Yeah, apparently I had an ABC correction drawn. I bet I drew that ABC correction before this happened. But yeah, I had an ABC correction drawn right here and a line showing it could break out, and it looks like that's exactly what happened here. So yeah, this is basically, let's check out on a different chart. Let's get to one where we have a little bit more historical data, because when you're doing TA on stuff, you need as much historical data as humanly possible. I mean, or at least it's best to have it, because you're going to get the most information that way. So this is another great example. So we were talking about primary cycles and echo cycles. So here's a primary cycle. And here's an echo cycle. It's the same thing, it's just an echo of the first one, right? That's all this is. This is a smaller echo of the first cycle. Litecoin is a great example of this too. It did a big, huge echo cycle. Excuse me. So you get this huge primary cycle, and then this echo cycle that comes afterwards. And the echo cycle is basically just the same psychology playing over again. The only difference is there isn't as many players, right? There's a smaller body of buyers and sellers. So there's a smaller cycle that comes afterwards. And that's what happened with Siacoin here. Now, what I think is happening here with Siacoin is actually a big accumulation. So now this is a huge double bottom that we've accumulated here. So we have a big double bottom forming. We have one bottom here and another bottom here. So as we start to break out, especially if we can get above this 1 cent level here, right here on Siacoin, that's really going to confirm that we have some type of another cycle that comes in. Now it can be another echo cycle. It doesn't have to break its old all-time high, by the way. Or it could be a macro cycle and break out above its old all-time high and then come back down. But either way, I think we will have some type of a cycle here on Siacoin. Why? Because the whole crypto markets are going to have a cycle. And so you're going to get cycles on a lot of different coins. The question is whether you're going to get a full cycle where you break out into a new all-time high, or whether you get kind of just a little mini cycle where it's just following the rest of the coins because there's hype in crypto, right? Because when there's hype in crypto, people buy everything. And by the way, Poloniex is a really good place to look at the price of Siacoin, and a really bad place to look at the volume. Because if you want to look at the volume, you want to go to Binance, because that's where all the real volume is going to be. Because Poloniex was the popular exchange back in 2017. Nobody cares about it now. At least not really in the United States, right? So back in 2017, there was a bunch of trading volume here. Why? Because Poloniex was the coolest place on the planet in 2017. You know, that's where all the cool kids hung out. And now nobody does. Now all the cool kids hang out on Dex Screener, and they're buying Solana meme coins, which is what we were talking about at the start of the stream, and how I was printing money on Pitbull overnight. Well, printing money is a little bit exaggerated in this case, because 8 Solana isn't exactly printing money. When I say printing money, I'm more talking about like $5,000, $10,000 profit or more on a single trade, right? That's printing money to me, right? 8 Solana isn't quite printing. I'll call it printing because it was fun or whatever, but 8 Solana profit overnight on Pitbull made up for all of the Mickey trade that I bought and more. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you want a major cycle, if you want to look for a coin, you want to look for one that is set up for a major cycle. Siacoin definitely could be. It's on Binance. It looks good. Could definitely have a big cycle. Hey, I appreciate you too, Panda. Thank you, man. Let's see here. I was trying to get you to look at waves. All right, yeah, I can do waves. And this is another coin that I haven't done TA on in a very long time, but it's also another coin that I really think will do good. Like, I think Waves is going to be a big player. I've always liked Waves. It's got a great platform. Look at all this volume here. That's quite a bit of volume coming in on Waves. It looks really undervalued down here at $1. There was a point where this thing was trading for $61. So it's pretty undervalued down here. I think this thing could definitely start to reverse here. This looks like a final capitulation event. If you don't know what a final capitulation event is, then go look at this fractal. It's a great example. My favorite example of a final capitulation event would be ADA. And by the way, we're 13 minutes over, so I can't do a live stream for like all day. I know you guys are still watching, so thank you for doing that, but we're like overstreamed, so we're going to play guitar and end it here soon, all right? But just to show you just what it looks like, here's ADA over here on the right, Cardano. Here is a final capitulation event. Okay, that's what it looks like. That's a black swan. That was COVID. That was the final capitulation event before Cardano started a big bull market. That's exactly what Waves just did. That's exactly what Waves just did right here and right now. Okay? So it looks really good. It looks a lot of coins look like this. A lot of coins did their final capitulation before they break out into a new bull market. It's just almost exactly like buying crypto right now is almost exactly like buying crypto in March of 2020 at the very bottom of the coronavirus panic. At the very bottom. It's almost exactly like buying right now here in 2024. It's almost exactly like buying right here in 2020. It's the same stinking thing. So don't be afraid to buy crypto right now, you guys. And don't believe all the FUD. There are so many people that have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. They all think that they're smart and really they're not. And they're all trying to buy, or they're all trying to sell right now and trying to be all smart and thinking that they're going to be able to short after a massive correction. Don't short when things crash. Don't sell when things crash. Sell when they pump. Short when they're overvalued. Don't be an idiot and sell when it's time to buy. Okay? Period. That's all I have to say about that. Okay? Now let's play guitar and call it a day. Thank you guys, by the way, for tuning in. I know we're like 15 minutes over, but I love doing these streams. They're one of my favorite things to do. And I like to do them because, first of all, it's fun to do. Everybody gets excited about crypto. Second of all, it helps. People have told me, I made more money. And third of all, I make more money because I do these live streams, all right? So call me what you want to call me. Okay, it's in tune. All right, you guys, I'm definitely going to do a studio recording of this song at some point, I think. So here we go. Here comes the moon, do-do-do-do. Here comes the moon, and I say, it's It's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold crypto winter. Little darling, it feels like years since I've seen 100x. Here comes the moon. Here comes the moon, and I say, it's alright. There you go, you guys. Here comes the moon. I really think we're getting ready for one of the biggest moons in crypto history. And for the people that have their head on straight, they're going to ride it along with me. And we're all going to make a stupid amount of money. And yeah, maybe we'll go hang out on the beach or something as a big VIP community or something. But yeah, you guys, get ready for big stuff coming in the markets. Don't believe the FUD. Don't believe the haters. Don't get a bad attitude or a bad mindset. Keep yourself focused on what's positive, what's good. You've got this. I believe in you. I know you guys can make money. I know you guys can make hundreds of thousands of dollars in crypto if you're willing to ride through the cycle and not believe the FUD and not believe all the people out there that are trying to tell you to sell. Okay? I believe in you. Thank you for tuning in. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos and live streams. Here comes the moon, baby. And as always, stay profitable out there.